David's got 7 years of new inventions in the pipeline. We've got X39, and that is enough. I'm telling you, this little miracle right here is all we talk about. We don't post anything else. We don't share anything else. And this is what your absolute focus should be on, sharing X39, okay? When we want to engage somebody about the opportunity, what we do is, firstly, like any good farmer would, is we till up the soil a little bit before we just throw the seed out there, right? We want to see if that person is actually open or looking for an opportunity. So how do you do that? You begin by asking questions, okay? So let's say you run into somebody out there in the world and you want to try to pick up on something that they're doing well, whether ladies are great at this, right? They can talk to each other about Cathie does this all the time, their shoes, their purses, their hair. Guys, TJ, don't ever tell me how nice my hair looks. I mean, that's for guys, that just doesn't work real well, right? So, especially this hair. And so what we do, though, is we ask effective questions, and we try to sincerely compliment them on something we're doing, okay? So let's say you have a server in a restaurant that's doing an amazing job for you. And this is a perfect opportunity, guys. Every time you're in front of people, you always want to be sharing. And remember what Dr. Peck says, sharing is caring. So we have our focus on that other person. Case in point, the other morning we were having breakfast. Wonderful man was serving breakfast. His name was Frank, and he was very engaging, very happy, bubbly guy. And we were talking to him, just small talk, and said, "Frank, you mind if I ask you a question?" And he said, "No, sure. What do you got?" And I said, "How long have you been doing this?" And he's
30 years.
Yeah.
30.
And we looked at each other like, wow, we could tell you really enjoy it and you're really good at it. And we sincerely complimented him because he was, right? And then we asked him, "You mind if we ask you another question?" He said, "No, go ahead." And I said, "Frank, have you ever thought about doing anything else?" And he said, "Well, what do you mean, Carl?" Because we introduced ourselves. And I said, like for opportunity for additional revenue stream for your family. And he goes, "Man, I'm looking all the time." He said, "I've tried retirement and it doesn't work for me. I'm always open." And I said, "Wow, that's great." I said, he goes, "Why do you ask?" So I pulled out a business card out of my pocket and I said, "I know you're at work right now and I don't want to interfere with that, but give me a call. We have got the most exciting, affordable, and newly patented stem cell reactivation technology called X39. And it's something that you can build very part-time on the side from home. And my wife and I have been involved just over 2 years, working the business less than 20 hours a week collectively. And we're already doing over 5 figures a week for many months." And guys, he just, his jaw dropped to the table, right? He was just so excited. He goes, "I've been praying for an opportunity. I've been praying for something to come into my life." And I said, "Well, we met for a reason. Call me, when you get a chance." And so we're going to get a call from Frank, and I'll follow up with you guys and let you know how he gets in. But he was so excited. So the share is the same all the time. It really is. So you have to get on the tip of your tongue when somebody sees a patch on you, or the opportunity opens up that you can talk to somebody. Remember some key questions. How long have you been doing this? You're really good at what you do. You would be amazing in my business. And my favorite, have you ever thought of doing anything else? Because we're really looking for people who are looking for an opportunity. And while we do that, we're going to get people that are solely interested in the product benefits. And that's okay, because we love our customers, don't we? We love helping people on the physical side as well. But we're just sifting and sorting ourselves through here very quickly, because you don't want to spend a lot of time getting to the point. You want to know if they're open and looking for opportunity. If they're not, then ask them the question. TJ, you and I talk about this often in the past. If they're not looking, say, hey, no problem. Would you mind if I share my progress with you from time to time? And by the way, do you know anybody in your family that is looking right now for an opportunity? We're number one out of 6,000 companies in our industry. The momentum is just incredible, and we're setting records throughout the industry. And oftentimes they'll say, well, yeah, you know what? My sister-in-law is looking for an opportunity. I just heard her say it the other day. Well, great. Give me your number and I'll call her if you don't mind. Or do you want to call her and earn the income from that contact? See? And it starts them thinking like, oh, this is how this works, And so you never know where it's going to take you, you guys. It's the questions are key. And what we found also is, people are thinking about their business a lot. We all get excited, and we're not pointing fingers, right? We do this too. But we think about our business a lot, and then we'll look at our Pro Tracker sheet. If you guys don't know what this is, you gotta get online and download this so you can start tracking your activity. This will really help you zero in on how much effort you're putting into your business each day. It's called the Pro Tracker sheet. It can be found on This Is It Team. I'll take you right to it so you know where it's at, okay? You click on downloads. So download here, and here it is. This is what we also call our Keep Astonished sheet. When you track or measure your activity, you can improve it. If you're not tracking your activity or measuring your activity, you have no way to be able to improve it. So we would highly encourage you to do this so you can get a pipeline of people that you can patch, revisit with them or follow up, and then point them to the opportunity. This is the pillar of this business, is right here in front of you. The Pro strategy and the tracker sheet is the most important thing I share with my new prospects and my new brand partners, okay? And then also, TJ asked me to share this with everybody, is the Fast Track Manager. What we do is we take people to the system, just like we're doing you, and we show them exactly what the first most important steps are, right? And we want them to go manager quickly. Set a goal for a couple days to a week, however fast they want to go, set a goal with them. And tell them they want to think of their core four. They want 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right, on core packages or above, and that will get them to the manager rank.
And subscription.
Always subscription. Subscription is your residual income. It is the key to a long-lasting, strong, deeply rooted business, okay? And it's your residual income. Just think of subscription as your business's residual income and your family's residual income, and then focus on the brand partners that you bring in and let them know subscription is their residual income. You want to become a manager making machine. 2 people left, 2 people right as quickly as you possibly can, and that person's going to show you by their activity level how serious they are about their business. I heard it said before, it was really a good analogy. You cannot push a rope, right? So people are the same way oftentimes. They're very busy, or they make reasons or excuses why they can't do something, and that's fine. This is their business, but you can't push a rope. So if you get some pushback or reasons why they can't do this or that, or if they're moving very slow, they don't want to set goals, that's a signal to you that you may want to go to the next person and find somebody that wants to go a little faster, because I'm telling you, they're out there, you guys. There are seas of people right now that are looking for opportunities. So don't get hung up. So call them back in a week or 2 or 3 when you put somebody else underneath them and say, hey, Susie, I just wanted to let you know we're here for you. I put another brand partner underneath your left team. They're very excited and motivated, and sometimes that gets them to engage, and you could be getting paid off of everything they do if you would just build and put your 2 left, 2 right. So that's how we approach it, and we're always pointing back to the system. Okay, you guys, this is going to speed up time for you, and it's going to save time for you, because I'm telling you, when you've got, let's see, and you will get there if you don't give up. Galatians 6:9 says that, right? That we're going to reap a harvest if we do not quit. Same thing here. If you keep going over some time and you learn some of these basic skills, patch the people, point the people, right? You follow up or revisit with them. You're pointing them to an opportunity and you're pointing them to the system. What that does for you, it frees up your time. It takes the stress off of you, and it also takes the stress off of them, right? Because if you share everything with them, they're going to think, oh my word, I've got to know all this. I've got to share all this. And then they check out mentally because it's overwhelming to them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So always let the system be the answer man or woman for them. If somebody asks you a question, what do I do, TJ, all the time? I say, hey, great question. It's right here under onboarding. So let's look at onboarding, right? This is something, if you guys don't know what this is yet, I highly encourage you to get in here and look around. This is where you want to send your brand new brand partners so they can onboard into the system, right? Now, we do help people sign up. What I like to do is get an enrollment sheet, a paper sheet, fill out their information, and I personally, or Kathy, will put them into our organization so they don't get frustrated. That's their first time doing it. If they're techie, we'll do it with them online, but we want to get them in the system. They're product ordered, and we want to get them in there quickly. And then when they get their first person, that's when we start with them, showing them how to enroll people, and we'll help them enroll 1 or 2 or 3 people. And then we'll start right off day one, we're pointing them to onboarding here so they can start learning on their own how to do this. We're frugal with our seed, right? This is our seed. So before we send anybody or even patch anybody in person, we want to make sure that they're open to hearing about the opportunity. We can see some excitement. They're genuinely interested before we start throwing money in the mail and sending it to people where it may fall on deaf ears, right? So if you're with them personally, we patch people by taking the paper off, and we give them one patch just so they can see it's comfortable to wear. And we preface that by saying, hey, you're likely not going to feel anything from one patch. The inventor says 97% of the people that wear X39, for every month of decade of age they are, 97% will get a measurable, quantifiable result. And that's what we recommend you do. But I want to patch you right now so you can see how comfortable it is, and just so you can get excited about the technology. And we try not to use the word patch, believe it or not. It's difficult, but doesn't this sound better than patch? Newly patented wearable technology.
Share a brief testimony of what the technology has done for you, especially people that are, like you just said, in your cell phone list that you know and you have some type of a relationship with, because they're going to trust you. Remember, we always make that disclaimer: the patch doesn't heal, treat, cure anything. What it does is allow your body to heal itself.
My health is this, my back is that, and my wallet is this, right? They'll share with you. When we share that, and this is what really got Frank's attention, okay? You guys, people are starving and looking for opportunity right now. They're really suffering. So we oftentimes will pull up our back office or have a screenshot of our income so we can show people that it's real, okay? We're not showing it to them to in any way brag about it. And this is something we do privately. We do not post this online. We're not allowed to. There's rules on that to share this publicly, so we don't do that. But privately, like on a private Zoom we're having, we'll go to our back office and we'll show them a screenshot of the last 4 or 5 weeks so they can see that the income is real, because this will excite and motivate people oftentimes a lot more than their knee feeling better or their aches and pains going away, whatever they're dealing with personally.
80 to 90% of our business has been built on Zooms. Our mantra is pray, patch, point, right? We pray every morning for the Lord to put people in our paths who need this technology, who need this opportunity. We patch them, right? And then we point them to a live Zoom. So that the longer I kept my mouth shut, the more likely I was robbing someone else of their blessing with the technology. I look at it as, I hate to use the word selfish, and yet that's kind of what it is. If I'm going to keep this from you until I get my feeling, it could be 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and the person that I want to share with may get a response, may get a result in, 3 days, 5 days. It's not the norm, but there are those people who respond very, very quickly to the technology. And the longer I wait, the more I have kind of stolen or taken that away from the people that I want to share with. So no, don't wait. Don't wait until you get your feeling.
Ginger Pope and Rich Tolman called us up and first told us about this 18 months ago. And the first question that she had for us was, what do you know about stem cells?
Yep.
And so the only thing that I can come up with, now Rich is a professional with this because he used to sell stem cell injections.
Right.
And so anyway, so she gave me the website, and I went on and I took a look at the patents, took a look at the clinical studies, and a whole bunch of testimonies. And I told Terry, we got a whole changer the very next day. And I told Terry, I said, we got a lot of people to help and tell about this. I can already see it works for many people. I don't need my own testimony. I can use other people's testimonies. And, one of the doctors mentioned at one of her conferences said, it is criminal not to share this with others.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be a criminal. So we just started sharing with as many people as we could. And it's amazing that some of the folks that you share it with, they're going to come back and they're going to say, thank you for saving my life.
This is a miracle, you guys. This is a blessing. Cathie and I still cannot believe almost on a daily basis we're getting testimonials in phone calls, text, emails. What this is doing for people is truly miraculous. And you have to share it with belief and excitement and conviction when you're out there sharing, and point them, make sure that they're jumping on the live Zoom so they can get a professional exposure to the product, the opportunity, a few testimonies, and then you've done everything you could, right? You've done your job as a brand partner.
Well, not quite. Then your job is to follow up with it and revisit.
Of course.
And the question that we ask, what package is best for you?
Yeah.
You are assuming, expecting everyone that you have pointed to those live Zooms that once they see it, they are going to get in. Because if you're breathing, you have stem cells and you need this technology. I don't care if you're 8 or 80, it doesn't matter. So that expectation and belief is really important. Right now, some people are going to say, and they're going to give you, a reason as to why they can't get in right now. And if it's financial, then our response is always, oh my goodness, that's even more reason for you to do this, right? Because we can show you, we can work with you, we can help you to get your patches so they're not going to cost you anything, and then help you start to build some residual income.
Ephesians 6 and 8 says what we do for others. If our concentration is on other people, God will in turn do for us. When I got the patches, I just recently got those patches. I got them for 3 friends that I knew that needed help. And I didn't need my own testimony, going back to what Terry said. I didn't need the testimony. I just believed what was told to me because of who told it to me. And that person who shared it with me is what I consider my spiritual dad here in this earth. And he's under Barbara. And after talking to Barbara, I got excited even more. So I just thank God for the kindling of the truth being said, because the Word of God says the truth you shall know. It will make you or set you free, depending on translation.
We have 150 patents. It's newly patented exciting, it's affordable, and we're number one out of 6,000 companies in momentum in the entire industry. So we're already at the top and nobody even knows about it yet. But when you start sharing David Schmidt videos with that person, or you share, let's say, a Dr. Peck video with that person who says that X39 is the, you guys ready for this? You should know it already if you're building a business. The greatest medical breakthrough of his 40-year career, and he's the one that TJ quoted. It's criminal not to be sharing X39. So share that 3-minute video with them and say, hey, I don't want to change your mind if your mind's made up, but you might want to take a look at this video. I think it has a chance of doing that.
Yep. If Lifewave would have chosen any other distribution channel other than relational marketing for this technology, nobody would get any benefit from it. Because if this sat in a box on a store shelf, nobody would know what it is, nobody would know what it does, and they'd walk right past it. So this kind of technology really needs a story behind it, right? It needs your story behind it to share it. Because I'm thrilled. And, when you hear David's story, he thought about doing this through a big box store. And then he, through a person that knew a person that knew a person, ended up patching Olympic swimmers at Stanford University. And the rest is history. Well, how did that happen? Through a network of people, through a network of relationships. That's why this is so powerful, because your story and what this technology's done for you is what's going to move the people in your circle to want to try it and see what it can do for them too.
In our business, the biggest thing we're going to have, and you guys do such an awesome job, is to educate people.
Yeah.
That's so good. And our minds are like a parachute, right? If they're not open, they're no good to us. So, and you'll find some people like that, you guys. Don't push a rope. Don't waste a lot of time. Just quickly, love on them. And it's probably a timing thing. Maybe you caught them at a bad moment in their life, or just keep them on your list, because almost everybody says no at the first touch.
Yep.
So touch again. Be patient. Be persistent, and pay attention to what they're telling you. But if you know they're sharp and they're looking, you keep in touch with them and stay close to them, because just like with TJ and Terry's upline, Joe and Pam Fazio, he politely told us no 3 times, and it was all I could do. Okay, it was all I could do to muster up enough courage to try number 4, but guess what? That's the one that cracked through.
And that's why you're all on this
That's
call.
why you're all here.
Yeah.
Because I just said, man, I know he'd be incredible at this. So I shared one last time, and what do you know? It worked. So, and that's where the fruit is, right?
Don't worry about the no's. Worry about the activity level.
Yes.
Because the more you talk about this, the more comfortable you're going to get, the more people are going to see that excitement and belief in your eyes and in the tone of your voice. Let the no's, and I know it's hard, but let the no's wash off you like water off a duck's back, and say, hey, no problem. Like Carl said, he's genius at this. Do you mind if I share my progress with you from time to time? He's never had someone tell him no. So, keep dripping on him. Send him a testimony that you think might be relevant to them a month later. And then a month later, do the same thing. And then just keep talking to people. It's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, you're going to get yeses. And you're going to get people who not only are going to say yes to the technology, but who are going to want to build this with you too.
Yes. Share that economic testimony with them as well.
Yeah.
And again, if you don't have one yet, feel free to share ours or your other upline that are earning income.
Yep.
And that's powerful, you guys. I'm telling you, if you want a business that compounds quickly, share the opportunity. The product, oftentimes, we all get hung up a little bit, and we patch a person, we sign them up, we make a sale, like Barbara was talking to about with real estate. When you start talking opportunity to people, and they start building it and sharing it and multiplying, that's when it can really start to snowball upward, because the compound effect And that residual income kicks in when you start having people multiplying your efforts. You don't want to be the only one on your team out there sharing and putting people in the business. You want to bring in people that are going to compound and multiply along with you, so you multiply those efforts, right?
Thank you for your time and everything that you shared. What a blessing the both of you are. Thank you.